I'm really upset because I just recently went to California thinking that I was going to get somewhat of a tan, and I totally came back to Washington with no tan at all. So, that's awesome.
Hey, what's up, bro? You ready?
Yeah, let's get it.
What's up, KAM fam? It's Taylor, and this week we are doing story time. And the only story that I could really think of that maybe you guys would be interested in was the story of how I met Kaylin and Miles and my experience, kind of. And I know I've kind of talked about it and mentioned it in different videos, but I've never actually told like the full story and how I ended up meeting them and all that good stuff. So let's get into it. So this was almost a year ago now. It was back in April, like April 17th or something like that. And they came to Spokane, Washington, which is where I am from, and my friend had given me a ticket and was like, here, you want to come with me? And our tickets were just general admission, so we were just planning on going just to the concert, but we had nothing going on before the concert. Like, we just got out of school and we're like, well, we might as well just start like lining up, I guess. So we right after school just went and like lined up around the venue, and we're just waiting, and then it was like all of a sudden one of the crew members came out and started talking about like the VIP, like what to do during VIP, like you're not allowed to have your phones out, blah, 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 all this rule stuff. And me and my friend were just kind of standing there and we're like, yeah, okay, this is cool, but it doesn't really like pertain to us because we just have general admission. And there was also some other girls like in front of us who had just had general admission too. And while the line like just started moving, you know, to go into the venue to meet the boys, the girls in front of us were like, oh my gosh, like maybe we'll get in, like don't say anything, you know, just like give them your tickets and just go for it basically. So we did. We got up there and got into the venue, and the guy that was doing the tickets, who worked at the venue, just took our tickets, and like both of us, me and my friend, were thinking like, you know, he's gonna like read it and see that it just says general admission and he's probably gonna make us just stand outside, you know. But he ended up taking the ticket, just scanned it, and we both just kind of like looked at him like, are you gonna say anything? Like, we were nervous, and he was like, have a good time, like go. And we were like, oh my gosh. So we got in there, and like Jakey P was up there like DJing and stuff, like music was blaring, and like I remember just walking in, and the meet and greet area was kind of like on like a lift, kind of like another stage almost. It was kind of like, it was like by the bar basically, and they had like their big backdrop screen and stuff, and I just remember seeing Kaylin's arm like swing out or something, and just thinking to myself like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna meet them. Like it didn't sink in until like I just saw like, you know, like a little glimpse of them. And so we were just like standing in this huge line to meet them and stuff, and it was just crazy. We're like, oh my gosh, we're meeting them. And I remember just kind of standing there, like it was gonna be me next, and I was just like watching them like with the other girls and stuff, and I like all of a sudden, like when the guy that was like standing, like he was a venue worker too, he was standing there, he's like, okay, it's your turn, and I just like didn't move. I was like, it is. So like he like kinda, you know, like it's your turn, like said it again, you know, and so I like got up and walked over to them, and automatically Kaylin just came up to me and he was like, hey, what's your name? And I was like, Taylor. And since he has his sister Taylour, I don't know if he just asks all the Taylors how they spell their name, but he asked me how I spell my name, and I told him that I spell it Taylour, and he was like, oh, that's different and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I think it's like British or French or something like that. Like, I don't know why I said that, and it's true, but it just like fell out of my mouth, like I was just so nervous or something. And he's like, oh, that's cool, so it's like Taylour. And I was like, yeah, sure. So then I went over and hugged Miles and stuff, and he was like really quiet and shy, and just Miles basically. And he asked me how I was doing and stuff, and I was like, good and stuff, and we took our picture. And at the time, like, I didn't know, I mean, I knew who Kaylin and Miles were, like, I was somewhat of a fan and stuff, but I didn't know too much about KAM Fam, and I had never seen, like, any meet and greet pictures, and I didn't know that meet and greets were, like, such a big deal in KAM Fam or anything like that. So I just did, like, this really basic stand, like, in the middle of them and smile kind of picture, which was kind of boring, but I got to meet them still. So after that, I was like leaving, you know, like after I let go of them and started to leave, I tripped over Miles' foot, and that was really embarrassing and one of the most embarrassing moments of my life. It really wasn't that bad, but it was just really embarrassing, and he just kind of steadied me and like kind of pushed me along, like, go. And I was just leaving, and all of a sudden Kayla was like, see you later, Taylour. And I was like, oh my gosh, please don't remember my name as that. But yeah, that was my story of meeting them. Really simple, really short. Nothing spectacular, but just the fact that we kind of got in with no VIP, and I don't think that was anything like on the boys or their crew or anything like that. I'm pretty sure that was just my venue that just didn't really check it, and I don't think they really cared, which is kind of bad. But yeah, we got in, and honestly, I just been thinking about it lately with the whole breakup and stuff, and I'm just really thankful that happened. You know, that happened for a reason. Because if not, I would have just gone to a concert and I never would have met them. So I'm really thankful, and I'm gonna stop getting cheesy and move on with life. But I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up, share it, comment, whatever. I will see you guys in 2 weeks, and stay positive. I love you guys. Bye.
If the party going, nothing it ain't coming down.
KAM Fam vlogs out here, baby. You already know what's up.
Stomp your feet on the ground if you're really with it.